Welcome, ladies and gentlemen. I want to appreciate you so much because of your great support. Please consider subscribing to this channel. The reports that we are getting is that hyenas have already decided to eat their own hyenas. What do I mean when I say that? According to the reports that we are getting from media sources, is that the Director of Public Prosecution DPP Noordin Haji has approved charges against Tabitha Karanja, her husband Joseph, and their firm Karanja Breweries Limited. They are being accused and charged because of 14 billion tax fraud case. Now, according to my opinion, when Tabitha Karanja decided that he was going to venture into the politics, he saw that a good picture was to join William Ruto. In according to her mind, by that time, she was comfortable and she knew that when, of course, in any case, William Ruto was going to take over, she was going to be comfortable and no one was going to fight her. And by the way, Tabitha Karanja is the senator of Nakuru County. She took over from, of course, Susan Kihika, who is the governor of Nakuru County. This politics of Kenya Kwanza is so amazing and very interesting. Because when you look at their allies that had several cases, was withdrawn, but there are certain allies that their cases have not been withdrawn. The reason behind it that we are being told, there are certain restrictions that they have been given which they have not fulfilled those restrictions. And the restrictions are, you must give something little so that your cases either be suspended, be diluted, terminated, or removed. That is what we are being told. It is not so surprising if now hyenas, they have decided to eat their own hyenas because we thought that they were going to protect, of course, their own hyenas. The same thing is going to happen with this government. There are several leaders and allies of William Ruto that they think they are above the law. But I know, in a matter of fact, is that the time will reach and this regime, their leadership will be over. And they will face the consequences and the law. Leadership and regime is not permanent. Who knew that the regime of Uhuru Kenyatta was going to come to an end? So literally, when you look at the motive of this regime, is that certain people are above the law, certain individuals are under the law. Then when they decided to go for Uhuru Kenyatta, we thought that it was something that they were hunting now their political rival or their political enemy. When you look at the charges of course, and by the way, when you look at the scenario that is coming in the Middle East, where Uhuru is being forced. Let me say forced, because if truly they are using the law and the KRA are having that responsibility, let not any member of parliament, let not Ndindi Nyoro, let not Kimani Ichung'wah come out to take over the role of KRA. Let KRA come out to literally tell us the truth. Because according to the investigation that is reaching us now, that Susan Karanja and her husband being charged of 14 billion tax fraud. This woman had issue with tax, and this never started in the regime of William Ruto. It started long time in the regime of Uhuru Kenyatta. And I remember very well Tabitha Karanja, when the issue of taxation was reported, some people came out that Uhuru Kenyatta was shutting down the company of Tabitha Karanja. And I remember very well close allies of William Ruto, they came out that Uhuru Kenyatta was oppressing Tabitha Karanja. Little did we know that Karanja Tabitha was going to be charged in the regime of William Ruto. What happened? I realized that there are some people that their cases were meaningless. Today, the case of Kerochi boss, Tabitha Karanja, who is the senator of Nakuru County, her case is now, is of course must face the law. The question that I'm continuing to ask, and I will continue to ask every day, it means that there are certain people that are above the law. Some people are under the law. That is what we are being told. When it comes to now the charges, because I remember very well, it is not only Tabitha Karanja who is having this issue. There are several cases that were in the regime of Uhuru Kenyatta that these people were not charged. Whatever they are doing now, they have turned against and removed the cases that were reportedly being investigated in the regime of Uhuru Kenyatta, and now they have started to collect their own by accusing one, the former CSS. If you could have worked in the regime of Uhuru Kenyatta, you are having cases which are not here or there. That is whatever they are doing. So I'm not surprised Karanja Tabitha to be, of course, charged by DPP Noordin Haji because of the case of 14 billion tax fraud case that was reported, of course, the other regime of Uhuru Kenyatta. And I knew that when Tabitha Karanja was going to join William Ruto, and already she has been elected as Senator of Nakuru County, she was going to secure the case and she was going to win the case. Little did we know that she is now going to face the law. Then, whatever I'm summing up is that hyenas are now eating their own hyenas. Then, what does this sign signify? It means that there are several others that they are going to face the law, even if you are a close ally to William Ruto. Those who are thinking that they are going to be favored, those who are thinking that they are comfortable with their cases in the regime and to be good friend of William Ruto, then you are above the law. Then I want to say this. There is a time that has reached that hyenas are going to start to eat their own hyenas. I don't have any doubt. And that is whatever is going to happen. So it is something that is very interesting scenario that we are waiting to, of course, unfold little by little. Those who thought that when you become a good friend of William Ruto, who is the president, or you join the camp of William Ruto, when you have cases, then your cases is going to be removed. The way the close allies of William Ruto, people like Aisha Juma, people like Mintika Linture, people of different categories were removed from their cases, and their cases were dropped by the DPP Noordin Haji. So, ladies and gentlemen, what are your thoughts towards the accusation and charge of ally of William Ruto, who was elected by UDA as a senator of Nakuru County, Karanja Tabitha, because of the 14 billion tax fraud case? Drop your opinion at the comment section below. Otherwise, I want to appreciate you so much because of great support. Please consider subscribing, liking, commenting, and sharing this video. Bye bye. Till we meet on another video.